skates. We still think there's a lot of room to grow, but you know, we were able to finally attain what our fellow competitors have already accomplished in their careers. We feel wonderful to be sitting up here with two amazing couples, and it only makes this more enjoyable to know the competition is so intense.
Maia.
Alex and I have a lot to be proud of coming out of this week. We've been challenging ourselves with both of our programs this season to really push ourselves to reach another level. Today we had a mistake in the diagonal, which was unfortunate, but we had each other's backs out there, and there were a lot of things about the program that I'm proud of, and it really felt like the audience reacted so well. So we're going to keep working hard. We have time to keep pushing ourselves.
Madison.
I think we're really proud of how we skated today, and just in general, the way we've been fighting and are going to continue to fight. I think we've improved a lot over the last year. Results haven't gone our way, and particularly this week we would have loved to have a different result, but I think we can find a lot of encouragement in our personal growth, our skating, and most definitely this program that the free dance in particular that we've created with Christopher Dean, and the message that we're conveying on the ice that seems to be connecting with people, and that's the most validating thing, even more so than our result.
Alrighty, we'll open up for questions. Name and outlet, please, before you ask. I'm sure someone has a question. We'll go with Lynn.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say frustration as much as knowing what we need to work on. The free dance, the past two competitions, has been good, and the result has been good. But the short dance, I think, is where we're putting ourselves at a deficit, and it was too much to overcome today. So, yeah, I mean, I think that certainly is what we're going to work on over the next 4 weeks.
Jackie.
Jackie, Long Rocker Skating. For all three teams here, second competition in a row where all three teams finished within a point of each other, and none of the three teams, I think you all are saying this, none of you have skated your very best so far, and wanted to hear about what that means to the Olympics coming up, assuming that the three of you, the six of you make it to the Olympics, and then how this might shake out for the team events.
I have no idea how it's going to shake out for the team event. It's not only our decision. I think all three teams stated yesterday that, or Friday, that we would all love to represent our country and field the Olympic ice as many times as possible. And the last two competitions were, very intense. I think we all know that whoever skates the best on those days is going to be the one who wins. We're all very close to each other, and we're going to go home and keep working, keep fighting to widen the gap, but we know that our competitors are doing the same. So who knows what will happen in Pyeongchang.
Yeah, let's do Janie, and then we'll do Jeff over there on this side.
Madison, you said out there right after the marks that you guys discussed making an agreement earlier about being present and just not letting the crowd affect you too much. When did you guys have that discussion, and kind of what was the back and forth like talking about that?
It actually happened in the Whole Foods cafeteria. After practice, we didn't have a lot of time, so we didn't bother going back to the hotel. We just went over to Whole Foods, got a snack, and found a little corner that we could kind of be quiet with each other, talk about what our goals for the day were, and we know that we can't control the result. All we can do is our best, and we really love performing, and that can be a pro and a con. Sometimes it gets overly exciting, and we leave our little bubble between the two of us. So our goal today, as I said, was being present, and as soon as we hit the 4 minutes and 15-second mark and the music stopped and there was no way we could give away points, that was the moment that we could let ourselves let go, release, and really let everything in. So we're just really proud of ourselves. We were proud from the moment that it finished, and winning is just a bonus.
So go to Jeff, maybe right behind you to the right.
Jeff Seidel, Detroit Free Press. Almost as a follow-up to that, once you did finish, you guys were incredibly emotional. And can you describe what's going through your head at that moment, and also to finally win after being in the desert, so to speak?
What was going through my head? I don't know, a million things at once. I think it's just a whirlwind experience, something brand new for us. It hasn't sunk in, really. So, Zach, did you have something specifically that went through your head? Because
my mind always jumps to like a flashback. I always go through every single element from the beginning in a blur. As anyone can see from our protocols, it wasn't a perfect skate, and those things were kind of flashing in my mind. Did I do them well enough? And there's always that moment of doubt before the emotions kind of catch up to you and take you away. So for me, that was my first initial reaction, and then being my shaking partner and just understanding that we really put our hearts out there on the ice today. That was a culmination of everything.
Alrighty, we'll go to Robert, and this will be the last question.
Sure. This is for Maddie and Zach. Robert Simmons with the Washington Post. That performance was so steamy, and over the course of your career, that's the sort of energy that you've put into the program. It's taken you from one place to champions, and I'm wondering how you have perfected that sort of steamy quality to the program.
Well, 6 years of life experience definitely goes a long way. You know, it feels really cool to be here in San Jose 6 years later. It's where we first did a blues free dance, actually being taught and choreographed by Massimo, Pasquale, and Angelica. So just so many familiar faces around us, and we've gone through a lot of things together, ups and downs, changing of coaches. Now our team in Montreal has helped us re-attack the blues with a different feeling, a bit more sophistication, more refined qualities. We always kind of knew that for the Olympic season we wanted to go back to where we really felt most connected to each other, and that was with blues. And it's working out really well. You know, I think the steamy quality is something that just kind of happens. we don't try to be steamy, it's just our connection.
I think it comes from us being as genuine to who we are as people, both in our training and our everyday life, and bringing that to the ice rather than trying to portray a certain character or something that we don't truly believe in. Please don't die.
Perfect time, because who we are as people here.
All right, and with that, we will conclude this press conference. We got to get them to practice. Just a reminder, currently scheduled 5:55. We'll be back with the Olympic nominations announcement. Thanks, everyone.